This lesson is lesson 5, Advanced Motion Tweening. Open up an ActionScript 3.0 document, and actually let's see, we got to go to our Peach Pit files, lesson 5, start. Open that up, and let's save it as, that's Command-Shift-S. I'm saving all my stuff in this location. I'll call it 05 working copy, then the name. Alright, so getting started, tell you to take a look at the end file and working copy. About the motion editor, let's see, understanding the project files. Okay, adding motion tween. So on page 181 is where the action starts. Select the 3 blocks. We've got some blocks down here. Okay, I'm going to grab this tool. There we go. The 3 blocks, select all 3. Right click, say motion tween. Animate creates motion tweens for all 3 movie clips. Notice that all these got added. And let's see, add additional frames to the other 2 layers so they extend to frames 24. Looks like they already are at 24. Select all 3 blocks and hold the shift key, bring them up onto the stage. So we'll just bring them up and scroll up here a little bit so we can see how big the stage is. Okay. Let's see, drag the blocks, so they have room to fall and tumble over. And it says, okay, so you'll notice now that there's these little black diamonds, and if you do this, you can see they're moving up, but the China hand no longer shows, so we're going to have to click F5 there. Editing property curves, let's see. Yeah, so they move up if you export the movie. See that they're moving up. Okay. And now let's see. Double click the motion tween in the US layer. So double click and it opens up so you can see, and notice that in terms of X, it's a flat line, which means it's staying straight. It's not changing X positions. But in terms of Y, the numbers are getting smaller, from 550 down to like 200. Because downwards is larger numbers, so 0's at the top. So that should make sense. Now it says editing property curves. Yeah, double click that. And yeah, click on the X property to select it. That shows the flat line. Understanding the motion editor values. Adding anchor points. So let's see, add another anchor point on the graph. So we use the, I guess we use the pen tool, maybe for Y. And so pen tool, add anchor point, okay. Is that what we're doing? Oh no, right here? Yeah, add anchor points. Okay, I was thinking of the pen tool. So never mind. Right here we click add anchor point, and they want one right about here, and they want to hold down. Let's drag this open a little bit so we see better. Reposition, tilt. Just like to maybe bring this up a little bit, just trying to make it look like the book. Alright, so then it also shows adding an anchor point up here, give it kind of an S curve effect. Alright. Deleting property curves, they show you can just trash it if you feel like it. I'm not going to do that. You can edit the zoom level. Okay, so you can zoom in on it. That would be if you were going to do some fine detail. Now, copying and pasting curves. Let's right click copy, double click this so it closes, paste, double click this, double click that, paste, fit curve. Okay, so that gives all three of them the same kind of curve. I don't want to cancel. Okay. Except for, looks like everything will be perfect, but because we gave, let's see, this needs to move up a little bit in its final destination. Let's see, so it's basically going like this. But they're not sticking together. So I think I'll just remove it by hand. Let's see, click on this end point. Click on this point. I suppose if I move it up, it should follow suit. He's up there. Okay, now I'll click on this one. And we'll bring it up. And there it ends up. So now they should all travel together. Okay. Let's close this. Let's see. Okay, actually they're talking about Euro block. They want that to end up like so. And this one to end up like so. That's not right. Y150 from 21. Drag that down. Okay. See what that did. Okay, let me take a look at what the end result is supposed to be. That's not too impressive. this would stop popping up. So yeah, so when you get to the US, to do that, the US will fly up higher. And I think that one looks good, but the China one looks a little bit out of sorts. When we get here, we want them to sort of be stacked on top of each other. So we can adjust it here, or I suppose we should be able to adjust it by hand. So that looks like they're all ending up in the right place. So let's take a look. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so duplicating entire motion tweens, they're showing you that you could also right-click, right-click, copy motion, and then paste the motion. Not its rotation though. So anyways, we took care of making them have the same. I think that's just an option to do it that way. So let's move on. Adding complex eases. Now that your 3 blocks representing, select frame 90. Okay, so frame 90 here, and all layers. Select frame 94 and then press F5. Okay, I'm going to hit F5. So it does that for you. And now you can see all these things all the way out to there. And let's see what's next. Select frame 40 on the China layer. Okay. Hit F6. Make a keyframe and then create motion tween. So we'll just right click on this and say create motion tween, and move the playhead up to 55, and then we'll just drag this over so it makes contact with the blocks. And now let's take a look at that. Okay. So now, split motion. So they want this right here. Oh wait, is that split motion on that layer or which layer? Layer 56, split motion. Okay. Okay, so that means the beginning of frame 56 can be another tween. And you can say remove tween. Okay, so now add an ease in. Double click, add ease, simple, imagine simple. Now, let's see if I'm doing this right. Double click the motion tween in the China layer, right click and choose refine tween. Let's see, double click, refine tween. Where's refine tween? or right click, fine tune. Okay. Alright, so that just opens and closes that. And now they're saying add ease, fast. Okay, so simple, fast. Okie dokie. But actually, I think it's on the X. So I'm going to say no ease. I'm going to go to the X. And we'll say simple, fast. -60. So right here they want it the other way around, -60. That gives that shape. Alright, so now if we publish this thing, hit command return, should ease into position. So boom, oh, okay, so it's sped up at the end. That's the easing that we just caused. Alright, remove an ease, they show you how to remove it. You saw me do that a moment ago when I changed my mind about something. Animating bouncers, so drag select frame 56 in 56, drag select. Right click, split tween, okay, split tween. Hold on. Split motion. As I thought. Okay. New motion tween begins at 56. That's what that did. Move to frame 90. In the US layer, drag it down. So I'm gonna shrink this up a little bit so we can see a little better. Double click that. Okay, so we want to basically animate it off the screen. And for this one, we want to do the same thing. It's not there. Undo. Make sure you're on frame 90. Not that. This. I'm just going to move it over there. Frame 90. Drag it over there. Alright, so, and they also suggest rotating it. So we'll turn this around. Do that with all these. Okay. If we publish that, now we'll see they get shoved off the screen. Boom. They rotate. This looks pretty cool. We could actually stop right there, but we've got an even better idea. Double click the US layer and we'll say add ease, bouncing. So bounce in. Yeah. And the easing they want 5, is that what they? Yeah. Okay. So now, oh, and darn it, oh, I didn't remember to click the Y because we don't want it to bounce. If you look right here, you can see it's bouncing in a horizontal direction. So I'm going to click no easing, click on the Y, add ease, bounce in. And we got to give it a 5, I believe that's what they wanted. So there we go. And now let's just watch it real quick. Just the US flag should bounce. Boink, boink, boink. There we go. Okay, so now if we double click each of these, make sure we've got Y selected, bounce in 5, or maybe pick a different number, 3 or 4. Double click, double click, Y, add easing, bounce in. This one will make it 3. Just giving them a little different property, each one of them. So maybe hit, bounce, bounce, bounce. They all tumble away. So that is pretty cool. Applying a second ease to a different property curve. Okay, so for the US layer, you expand that, and I believe they want the X, yeah. So they're showing you here that you can have an easing effect in the Y as well as the X. So separately, we can make, let's see, simple categories. So it'd be here, and we'll do like fastest or something. Just a fast. Okay, fast, and then we'll say 50, which is what it's got. Okay. So that means in the X direction, it's going to ease like so. Alright, so let's take a look at that. Boom. And that's it. That's lesson, what is this, 5? See you in the next video.